I guess this video will probably sound like an advertisement to you, but it isn't. It's more of an analysis of a very positive trend going on. Maybe you could say I'm biased because I'm Polish. I'll tell you that I wasn't interested in the Polish league that much between 2017 and 2019. And I'm gonna tell you, before around 2020 there wasn't big interest in the Polish league either, because people claimed it's a bad league with no footballing quality. And yes, it is not the level of the Premier League or any top league or even places like Belgium or Turkey. If I was to place Polish clubs in the English football pyramid, the top clubs would do in the Championship and the rest in League 1, maybe even League 2. But there is something that has happened in the last 4 to 5 years. The league goes up and up in popularity to the point that there's a boom for it. The attendance has gone up in a couple of thousands, results in Europe are decent for the first time in almost a decade, everyone is talking about it, the social media numbers keep shooting up, it's all going well for the league. It's a result of a consistent effort to make the league more enjoyable, and I wanted to dive into the reasons behind the rise. If this is the type of video you enjoyed, you can hit the like button as I'm covering more and more topics regarding the leagues in the Eastern Europe. First question I have is, have you seen this? You probably heard of 20 is plenty a lot of times when you watch the football in the top leagues. Or you've seen this issue in front of your very own eyes when you wanted to buy the TV subscription for the Premier League or other top divisions. The costs are atrocious for many. You'll be paying £35 a month to see half of the televised Premier League matches if you're in the UK. And don't forget to include the 3 PM blackout. Florentino Perez has mentioned this issue when announcing the European Super League. And in this very perspective, he's absolutely right. Young people are turning away from football. And although he mentioned that the games are too long or people just have different sources of entertainment to follow and distract themselves with, well, here's the difference. You can scroll through TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, Instagram for free. At least in terms of the money, because you pay with your attention, which takes you on a downward spiral to an addiction from short-form content. I read multiple times that the Super League games would be free to watch, which clearly is a great idea for generating attention. Now, let's get Poland for comparison. And this is the exact point where the difference shows itself and why people, including young ones, are actually interested in watching the game, even in its local edition. For around €20 a month, you get all games in the top Polish division, you get all UEFA competitions, all games in La Liga, Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A, and maybe Ligue 1, but the subject of broadcasting rights is still to be announced. And for free, you still get to see the second and partially third tiers of Poland or some Champions League games on the national TV. If you're not interested or you don't have the time to watch full games, there are still highlights for free. But we'll talk about it later. Enough of the numbers, let's go to the point. Football in Poland is affordable and easily accessible. You don't have to pay a fortune to watch any league you want. And if you want to go to the stadium, it's just 5 to 20 euros in the top tier, depending on the team and the rival. That is cheaper than for Barnet in the National League. This makes it kind of an easy decision to actually enjoy football in Poland. There's one factor that pretty much makes or breaks businesses in any field, especially in recent years. That is social media activity. Yes, there are Premier League highlights available on YouTube, but I have only seen 2 leagues doing this properly. Bundesliga and Ekstraklasa, with an emphasis on the second one. It's not being done in the way the most do. Just throwing the highlights with commentary is enough. The Polish league uploads them around an hour after a game with separate commentary recorded for the highlight, and also does a match week recap, and also makes a compilation of the best goals or saves every weekend, and also shows these moments in separate shots. You are guaranteed to see the same play at least 3 times on YouTube only. And while you can say it's too much, it's also a fantastic way to generate attention, promote the league, especially if someone scores a brilliant goal. There's always something going on the official league channel every week other than the highlights. Ekstraklasa creates a bunch of content every week. With this much, it's no wonder Ekstraklasa has gone from 20, 30, 40,000 subscribers in 2020, 2021 to over 200,000 in 3 years. There's one more factor I wanted to mention, and it's about the people. Many clubs in the Premier League have foreign owners, mainly from the United States or Middle East. Most notable examples being Manchester City, are owned by the state, or Chelsea, Todd Bowley. Well, yes, it's a chance for a club to get a ton of money. It makes it like something vital for a football club to actually make people invested into it. And what makes it, you may ask? Influential people. Local, rich businessmen or politicians, and them actually paying their attention and partaking in the life of their local teams. I'll just name you a couple of examples from Poland. Michał Świerczewski, a businessman from the city of Częstochowa and the founder of PC e-commerce store called XCOM. He's a supporter of his local club Raków Częstochowa, and also he's an owner. He was on the stands when the team was getting relegated and made himself a promise that he will bring this club back to the top flight. Not only has he done that, but he also guided the team to the first Polish League title in 2023 and Europa League group stages in the same year. Now we've got also Zbigniew Jakub as a bit of an older man, who basically tried every business model under the sun, and he's an owner of Motor Lublin, a club in the city he was born in. He took them from the 4th level of Polish football all the way to the ekstraklasa last season, a year before the deadline he set for himself. Piotr Rukowski owns Lech Poznań, and although the fans might not be the most satisfied with his management, they need to appreciate the stability of the team both in the financial and sporting terms. Also, I would forget, Piotr is from Poznań, just like his father and previous owner of the club, Jacek. The second division side, just relegated from Ekstraklasa Ruch Chorzów, is partially owned by the city and different entrepreneurs, the two most notable being Aleksander Kurczyk and Zdzisław Bik. You guessed it, both of them are from the region of Silesia, where the club is in. And even more, the city mayor of Chorzów is someone who supported the team from his childhood and organized a family sector for fans with kids for years. His name, Szymon Michałek. And last but not least, Górnik Zabrze, you already know this. The city owns majority of the stake, but with the new city mayor and the takeover process going on, although it went silent for a while now, it's clear who does the most around the club since 2021. Of course, Lukas Podolski. Football, after all, is not just about money, wages, trophies or prizes. It's about, most importantly I think, the local or regional culture and connecting different people together. Most of the men in charge of clubs in Poland, regardless of the results or how fans perceive them, actually care, more than they do in any other business. And this influences the local community to partake in the life of the club as well, because the big ones from here do too. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. I see Ekstraklasa's popularity as something amazing and positive for football in general, showing how football marketing can be done extremely well, including influences from the top. If you enjoyed this video, you can hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.